If you've been keeping reptiles for a while, no doubt you've heard of Morph Market. But if you're new to the hobby, you might not have even known that you could order reptiles online. In fact, Tulu here, and actually every snake I have in this house came from Morph Market. To be clear, I am not sponsored by Morph Market. I'm not associated with them in any way. It's just a site I genuinely use and find to be a great, awesome tool. I honestly feel lucky that we have something like this because it gives you access to such a huge range of options, especially if you live somewhere where there's not a reptile store close by or your reptile store just doesn't have what you're looking for. Oh, no way you were out of frame. That was the cutest yawn ever. That's crazy. Tulu is actually my problem child. So she actually will not be hanging out with us for this video. Just wanted to get her on the intro because I think she's beautiful. And I had to do some stuff in her tub anyway, so we give her some time out. Huh. Sweet girl. Sweet little trouble girl. But yeah, gonna be a short one. Just kind of want to help the newer people navigate the site and get the most out of it, show you some features, show you how to purchase safely, and just some tips and tricks and how to utilize the site to its full potential. So without further ado, I'm Ren, this is Tulu, and you're watching Northman Serpent. Let's go.
Is an introduction really necessary for someone we all know so well?
Alright, so I would suggest downloading the app on your phone, or if you're on a laptop or desktop, you can go ahead and go to www.morphmarket.com, or you can just Google it, Morph Market, it'll pop right up. So here's the home page. I'm actually logged in to my account. So I have my animals here, and we'll get back to the stuff later. But probably the first thing you're gonna see is this big, usually probably this banner that says auctions. And that is cool because they actually do auctions, and we'll get back to that later as well. Next thing you're gonna see when you go down is the categories. And there's 62 categories. Almost anything you could ever want. They even have salamanders, newts, axolotls, isopods. You got your creepy crawlies, your spiders, your scorpions, frogs, and then your snakes and lizards. So if you're looking for your animal, you probably have an idea of what you want. Maybe not, but you can either use the search bar up here, or you can come down here and find what you're looking for in the categories. So I don't know, let's say you're looking for garter snakes, because I love them. You're gonna click on garters, and all the listings will be in here. And you can actually sort. So if you're kind of low on funds, you don't necessarily have a lot of money to spend on an animal, you can sort by lowest. Sometimes I like to come in, especially with the ball pythons, I like to come in and hit highest price and just see what craziness they're selling the newest morph for. It's kind of fun. You can do the oldest post, you can do the age of the animal, sort by distance. You might even find something within driving distance. Plenty of ways to sort and find what you're looking for. If there's a particular breeder you like, you can look for them. So let's say Well, just for fun, let's go highest price. A lot of people will probably go lowest. And as you can notice right here, this red heart, if you click that heart, that's gonna save them all down here in your liked animals over on the side. So that way, when you're just scrolling through at night, you can heart the ones that you want to check out later or that you might be considering getting. And once you have that list narrowed down, then you can come back into your liked animals. And you can see all the animals I liked on here. And you can narrow it down. If you want to narrow it down further, let's say I decided that I want to get I only want to get a female. And come over here. Okay, I just want females. You click that. Now it's only going to show you the liked animals that are female. You can go through there, check those out. Now, this is kind of crazy. It's crazy that I liked this because chances of me buying a wild caught animal, pretty slim. But I love this site because it will tell you in bright red if it's wild caught, right? Because generally you want to avoid that unless it's a reputable dealer that you know their ethics are on point. So once you click on an animal to go in and check it out, let's do this because these are cool. So you like this bull snake, you can come in and look. You can see the sex, you can see the origin, you can see when it was born. A lot of times they'll get down to the day, so you'll know your snake's hatch day or birthday, depending, boas give live birth, so it'll tell you what they're eating so that once your animal arrives, you can already have something ready in your freezer. It'll tell you the shipping cost. This one's actually free shipping, which is pretty rare actually. It'll tell you where they ship to, so if you are not in the US, you kind of narrow it down. Some people will take trades. Obviously, if this is your first reptile, you're not gonna have anything to trade. And it'll tell you the last time it was updated, so this was updated recently. And a lot of times in here, the breeder will have a description, or the seller. It'll tell you a little bit about the animal, tell you what they're eating usually, might even tell you about their temperament and any other notes that they want to add. Yeah, let's go to, I want to find one that has the buy now option. There we go. So this pastel coral glow savannah, some of them won't have this buy now button, but if they do, it's as simple as that. You hit buy now and it'll take you into the process of paying and getting your animal here. Or you can hit that inquire to buy. So let's say they only have an inquire to buy. So Bjorn, he only had inquire to buy. I got him from Lizard King down in Sacramento. Aaron's a great guy. If you needed a bull snake, or really what his specialty, what he's passionate about is his lizards. He loves his collared lizards. If you're looking for a collared lizard, great person to deal with. He had a little hiccup that was no fault of his own, and he still went way out of his way to make sure everything went right. So now if you hit inquire to buy, it'll take you to this page. Tell you the animal's available, what the shipping is, price is firm, no trades. So in this message, you're gonna wanna tell them, hey, I'd like to buy this animal, but I was curious what the temperament is. Whatever you wanna ask, type it in there. You can choose to share your shipping details so that they know where the animal's going. When I went to get Bjorn, I shared my shipping details and he was able to come back and say, yeah, the weather looks good this week, we should be able to ship. if it's too hot or too cold, a lot of times they will not ship the animal, and that's for the safety of the animal. So if your area is going through some kind of hot spell, cold spell, just know it's for the safety of the animal. So be patient. I know it's hard waiting for your first snake to show up, your first lizard. Just trust in the fact that it's going to be better if you wait. I think that covers searching for an animal. I want to take you back to the home page, auctions. Now these are cool, and you can sort by ending soon, highest price, lowest bid. And you can go on here, you can actually narrow it down. You can go categories, all animals, pythons, whatever. Say we're looking for colubras. Say you want a hognose. Let's go all hognose. It'll just show you the auctions with hognoses. So we click on this one. We see there's 2 bids. Ends in 43 hours. And you have to bump it up by $5 every time. So it's at $200. You'd have to bump up to $205. With there being 43 hours left, I'd wait a little while to toss your bid out there. But yeah, same thing. It'll tell you their weight. This little one's 16 grams. They were born in June this year. It'll show you all the genes they have. And there's your description. Wow, first season of breeding. And they created this beautiful baby. It's impressive. Shout out to Enchanted Hogs out of Modesto. Yeah, bids are pretty self-explanatory. You can go through, check them out. Yeah, that's your auctions. You got all types of ways to filter by price, sex, maturity, weight, availability, diet even. And moving down, you got stores. It's gonna give you different people's stores they have set up. Expos. Expos is gonna show you all the expos that are coming up and where they're gonna be. We actually have one coming up in Spokane. The guy putting it on is actually on here. And that's another thing, is you can search by breeder. So my guy Hunter over at Northwest Terraria, you can go to his page, and if you know somebody or you like a specific breeder, this will tell you everything about them. And this is something important you want to pay attention to. Pay attention to the breeder that is producing and sending this animal. You want to make sure they have good ratings, good reviews, and it's always best to check out some of these badges because that'll tell you a lot. And he's got 10 badges. This will tell you a little bit about the business. He's a family-owned brick-and-mortar reptile store. Great store, go check him out if you're in the area. And then this will show you all the animals he has. So, oh wow. I was on here earlier and he had pine snakes that aren't up here anymore. He's got some kings available. Look at those. Got corns, ball pythons. Now this part is really cool. And those of you that don't know what a morph is a gene that changes either the animal's color or pattern or both. And you see a lot of them in ball pythons, but also hog noses. Almost every animal's getting morphs now. And what's cool is that they have a calculator. So say down the road you get into breeding and you want to breed ball pythons. Let's say you already have a male and a female and you're curious of what they would make if you bred them. So let's say, just for the fun of it, we'll use Modi is het for ultra male. So we'll go down here Put in Ultramel for parent 1. He's also het for clown, so put clown in there. And parent 2, we're never gonna do this, but just for the sake of an example, say we bred him with Tulu, who is Mojave. She has quite a bit of genes, so we'll just put the 2 in there. She's banana Mojave. And this will tell you got 25% probability of hitting a banana Mojave het clown het Ultramel. You have a 25% chance of banana het clown het Ultramel. You have a 25% chance of Mojave het clown het Ultramel. And you have 25% chance of a het clown het Ultramel, which would appear wild type. I think that's really cool. New breeders, you can really get a lot of good help here in this section. They also have news, shipping box trade-in, chargeback. Community's cool because it's, I don't know, it's almost like a Facebook for the reptile community. You can post stuff and people can keep up with you. That's a cool feature. This is another really unique cool feature, is the genetic testing. So you get an animal, you don't know what its genes are, you can come in here, like $40, they'll test ball pythons for all these genes. Another thing that they can test is the sex of your animal. If for some reason you don't know if it's a boy or a girl, 3 to 5 business days for 20 bucks, they can tell you. And how that works is generally you'll send a shed sample in. It's really, most of this is only important if you're going to be breeding, but it's something to keep in mind and something I think is really cool and unique about this site. Another thing, you obviously got notifications. You got your messages. You can see here I was talking to Wizard King for Bjorn. RP Reptiles is where I got Modi from Mike over there. Also a really good dude, also in California. I talked to this guy just because he had a super unique snake that I've never seen for sale. And I just wanted to ask him about it because it was cool, and you can do that. Yeah, this was actually my very first experience on the site. You can see here you get an order number. You place the order and he said, hey, I received your order. Do you have any questions about the snake or shipping? His info. No, I don't really have too many questions. Just asked how he was eating for the most part, what he's eating. And yeah, said he'd get in touch. This was on, I believe, like a Wednesday, and I got it Thursday, or it was like a Tuesday night, and I got it Thursday. Yeah, pretty cool. You give them a rating at the end. It almost makes you, which is nice, because then you know that the ratings are accurate and from real people. So yeah, that's that. Do your saved searches, your bids, people you're following. And I mean, I'm sure there's so much more that I haven't even got into yet. There's breeding. You add the breeder in. It's almost also like a site for, so I have a app on my phone where I track all my animals. I put in their weights when I fed them, etc. That's crazy. June 24th, he's 175. He's like 260 now. But yeah, and here you can record their defecations, feeding, weight, length. I usually use the dedicated app. It's just easier for me to track it that way. But yeah, you can track your animals here as well. All in all, it's a really cool site. I think that it's an amazing tool for reptile keepers to use. I think it's incredible for people that might not live close to a reptile store. They might not have access in their area. and it's a way that you can still get the animal you really want, and you're not settling for whatever Petco has or whatever your local shop has. And you can get really unique animals. Like, let's go home. And what's a unique animal that we can take a look at? Other colubras. More colubras. This is gonna give you the most unique stuff that you never see in pet stores. There's an Egyptian false cobra for $250. Another one for 200 bucks. Like, where are you gonna... An albino wolf snake. A lot of people don't even know what that is. It's a snake from Africa. Big Ben patchnose. That's an Oregon patchnose snake. This black banded snake. I thought it was cool, so I hearted it because I've never seen one. Got Madagascar hognoses. All these amazing snakes. What even is this? I've never even seen this. A false coral snake. What do you mean a false coral snake, and why is it a false coral snake? We don't know. It looks nothing like a coral snake. It's 1,500 bucks, but it's on here. Hypo tangerine. Telling you all kinds of egg-eating snakes. Those are really cool. They have a flying snake on here. Where else are you gonna find a flying snake? I personally wouldn't get a wild caught flying. I wouldn't get a flying snake, period. You would need a huge space for them. All kinds of unique animals that you would never get a chance to get your hands on otherwise. You got sand racers, elephant trunk snakes, Barons racers. These guys are really cool. Look at this mangrove snake. It's expensive. It's real expensive, but it's cool. And that one's captive bred, and that's impressive. That one's actually hard though. Yeah, Sulawesi mangrove snake. What even is this? A Schnata snake? A Pneumo dynasty? I know they got one male. Oh, a mock viper. That's what it is. Okay, that makes sense. You know, I'm not the most scientific. Alright. If you want scientific, Snake Nook, Bonnie is your lady. Look at that, dude. Blue Racer. Look how beautiful that snake is. I'll just let you admire that for a second. Yeah, like I said, really cool. A yellow belly racer. We have those in the wild here, but I've never seen them for sale anywhere but here. There's a pair of mangroves for $500. Yeah, just make sure that the breeder has some reviews. They're good reviews. As long as they don't seem sketchy, they've got a few reviews going, they're positive. I've never had a problem. I've never had a problem with my animal not showing up less than live. And most of these, when I order an animal, I always make sure this green shield. That means that it has buyer protection guarantee. So extra peace of mind, you buy from the seller on Morph Market, you will get up to $1,500 if they fail to meet our standards. Another thing I look for is live arrival guarantee. You really want to have a live arrival guarantee. And if you go look at my last video, not my last video, but the video where I talk about picking up Bjorn and how to pick up your snake when you order it, that is why you are gonna check. There it is, that live arrival guarantee. That's why you open it up in the FedEx office so that you have a witness. When the animal is picked up at the shipper's hub within designated 3-hour window, in the rare case of a health concern, you must contact us within that 3-hour window via text, email, or phone call. The buyer must provide clear photos or video if requested. That live arrival guarantee, that means that your snake or gecko or whatever you order if something happens, something unfortunate happens, you're covered. So that's important things to look for. Always read this section, the policy of who you're buying it from. Like this here says, correctly sexed, guaranteed, in good health. These are all great signs here. Just be smart. Like I said, I've never had any problems. It's an awesome tool to use. Just like anything else, use your head, be smart, and use this to its full potential. I'm sure that there's stuff I'm not even getting into, so I think that about wraps it up. Well, that is gonna do it. If you stuck around to the end, thank you. If you are planning on getting a new animal, let me know in the comments, what are you getting? If this video helped you bring in a new family member, I would love to hear that story. That would make me feel awesome. This wasn't supposed to be the video this week. I'm not gonna tell you what that is, because it'll be coming out in the next week or two. But I will tell you why. And that's because it is my birthday. Not right now while you're watching it, but when I recorded this. And for my birthday, all my snakes decided they were gonna go into shed. Whatever, dude. But something incredible did happen for my birthday. I don't know if you can see that, but we broke 50 subscribers, which is probably not huge to some people, but for as long as I've been wanting to do this, dreaming about doing this, and only doing it for a month and a half, it means a lot. So truly, thank you. As promised, I will be doing that live. So we do have to wait until my snakes are out of shed, but I will have that coming because they're the stars of the show, so we gotta wait for them. If I missed anything, let me know. If there's another site you guys like to use, let me know what that is. If you have any questions, let me know. So, but comments are for all that. So I respond to every comment, even if you just want to say hi, throw it in there. And I think that's about it. You guys be good, be safe, and until next time.